Hello, everyone. So, I want to tell you all something. I really should have said this like way before, like a long time ago, but I just want to say, I have some stories for you all that I want to admit to you. And what I want to say is that I've been a bully before as well. And I want to say, I was wrong. And I've known that for a long time. I just forgot to admit it to you all, on the internet because, like, I just never really thought about it, but it's just I feel like if I don't say it, I'm a hypocrite because I have always stood up against bullying. But part of that should also include me um calling myself out because like if I don't do that, I sound like a hypocrite. And I want to say, I was wrong in doing some of that stuff. And what I want to say is, here's some things I did, which I mean, granted, I never really beat someone up or like just like I never really like went after someone physically because I didn't like them or something. I never really like constantly called people names um because I didn't like them or something. But like here's a few things that did happen. So I remember like when I was in elementary school, like I would sometimes go to a special ed room and there was this girl who was like older than me, but she was like shorter than me and she kind of looked like she was in first grade while I was in third grade. And so I found it weird and I pointed it out and I kind of laughed about it. And so that was mean. And I mean, I think I did it for a little bit, but eventually I stopped, I believe. But like, I just want to say it was kind of mean. And I remember like years later in high school, I worked with like one of the same people who worked with her, and I asked her if she was doing okay, and she said, "Oh yeah, she died not too long ago," and I was very sad about that. So like, yeah, I want to say I did that, and then another thing I have to say is like this wasn't necessarily a bullying story, but there's another time where like me and my brother had this crush on a girl in Hebrew school, and basically, there's this girl I found that was really pretty, and so I would try to sit next to her. But for some reason, I guess she kind of knew that we had a crush on her, so she moved, and then I would follow her. But then once we were told to stop, like my mom found out, and we were like, okay, okay, and so we were taught boundaries, and yeah, we agreed. Um, Same with another girl at my school, but yeah, we agreed, and I mean, and I remember, and and eventually, I remember with that other girl, in elementary school, um, these weren't those same girls I talked about in my crush videos. This was a different girl who I didn't talk about in my crush video, but basically, this was the crush video I'm talking about. I made like on a different channel, but basically, this girl, me and Robbie both liked, but we kind of like took turns glancing at her. But anyways, what happened was she told my mom on us, and we agreed to stop, and she was more friendly to us, and it was reasonable. And so I remember later in high school, like she was friendly to us, and we were fine. So like I just want to say, I'm glad I was held accountable for these actions, and I just want to say, like when people are held accountable for their actions, and they're really wanting to be the good people that they are, that's good. And I just want to say I'm really happy with myself because I really try to be my best to be a good person. I have a lot of integrity. I may not be perfect, but I really try my best, even if I defend myself, because honestly, like, I have been judged a lot of times, and sometimes it really seems unfair, but like, if I really do see I'm in the wrong, I'll admit it. But then there's like one more recent time where like I remember I had a roommate who really hated hearing knocking on his door, and basically there have been a few times where I'd knock on his door and he'd have like a reaction where he'd be like, ah, or what, and like I'd be surprised. I'd thinking like, what's his deal? But then so I'd knock on the door for fun just to like hear him react. But then he told me it was because of trauma, um because of issues that I had with his roommate, and so I felt bad for him. But at the same time, I still thought it was really, really funny how I thought it was really, really funny how he reacted. So I wanted to stop, but I still thought it was really funny to see him react in certain ways. And I thought to myself, it's like that time when people would call me the R word and I tell them to stop. They thought it was funny, and so that's why they continue doing it. So now I understand from their point of view why they sometimes do it to me, whether it's online or in real life. So like maybe don't react in certain ways. And so during all that time I was living on my own, I was thinking to myself, I really need to stop doing this to Jeremy, because I thought to myself, this is not okay. This is a form of bullying, and I need to stop doing this. Like, even though like I did like Jeremy as a person, I did like him. We did have similar values. Similar. We did have some similar interests. I just really needed to not. I needed to not do that to him because this was traumatizing for him, and I was kind of being an asshole to him, and I needed to stop. And so eventually, for the last few months, I was like, you know what? Yeah, I need to stop doing that. I need to just knock on the door. And I was already doing that. Like I need to knock on the door softly, and I already started doing that. But sometimes like I would slip and knock on it hard, or sometimes I do it thinking like, oh, I'm being funny, or sometimes I even do it in anger. Like when I'm angry at Jeremy, I would do that, and I thought, no, that's not good either because like I shouldn't justify it like that. And I just want to say, I'm really sorry. I've been apologizing to him about that. He keeps saying it's okay, so like, I just feel really bad for it. But yeah, I just want to say, like, as much as I go against bullying, I want to say I've been a little bit of a bully myself, but I want to say I really want to work to improve on it. Okay, so I just want to say, thank you all for listening. Bye.